Okay, first things first. Hello, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of a luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain. As you can see, we have a lot of light here in the environment. We have our overhead light. We have windows all wrapped around the screen. I'm going to show you in this demonstration what a true ambient light rejection screen should look like. Also not true ambient light rejection, but also true contrast. And as I said before, contrast is everything. Now, when it comes to white screens, when it comes to gray screens, they will fade out extremely fast when it comes to white levels. I'm sorry, not white levels, black levels, due to the fact that they cannot pull contrast. And this is why the colors fade. This is why the images look bad, due to the fact that that projector has to be in the dark in order to pull an image. Now, I've seen demonstrations with screens trying to pull off a contrast level. And one of the things I've noticed that the minute the lights come on, the contrast levels will fade and it will turn to a kind of unplugging my cable from other projector right there. It'll give off a kind of like a really faded, kind of a dim look to the screen. And it's not supposed to look that way. Contrast levels are supposed to remain black even when the lights are on or off. If that color changes and that black fades, that means that screen can't pull contrast. That's a clear indication. Now, one of the things I don't do in my demonstrations, I'm not going to show you a meter on how much light's in the environment, because clearly you can see there is a ton of light in the environment. I don't have to prove that to you, but one of the things I want you to watch out for, usually people that are showing off a counter on how much ambient light's in the environment, like something that counts the lumens in the environment, they will bring the meter up and it will hit the projector. So when the lumens are shooting from the projector, they'll make sure that that meter hits it, because that will make the meter jump even higher. And that's one of the tricks that they'll do. So as they're showing you how much light's in the environment, if that meter is anywhere near that projector when it's shooting off an image, then it's basically going to cause the image to the numbers to jump due to the fact that it's designed to measure how much light is in the environment, which means they're falsifying the demonstration, because the lumens from the projector are causing the meter to jump. Even at 18, even at 15, even at 16 or whatever, that should be nowhere near an environment near the projector at all, period. And if it's sitting right here, then that means when that projector shoots off an image, it is going to hit this meter, ricochet off this meter, hit the screen, and it's going to jump the levels in the environment to make it look like that the levels are high when they're really not that high. All right, so just showing you that off the bat, because I noticed that when I watch videos. All right, so also too, let me show you where the measuring tape hits. So my measuring tape is, bring it all the way back because I want you to see that the projector's not sitting right up on top of the screen. We are 10 feet back from the screen. I could use my Panasonic projector. Now this projector right here, the model number is a much older one. This one around here is 1500 lumens to 1600 to 1. Sorry, 16,000 to 1 contrast, right? And it's 1500 lumens. But we're going to use my Sony projector. Now, this is my Sony VPL X1000. For the longest time, I thought this projector was 1100 lumens, because that's what I want by the eBay merchant. But it's not. I went to Projector Central and was able to download a manual that let me know that the projector is indeed 1000 lumens. Now, the screen technology we're using is the gold. This is our Supreme 9 ambient light rejection gold. This is that strange, interesting paint that we developed. And like I said, it has the ability to pull black levels. So right now, on top of that, we're having a sale on this paint. 2 quarts of it. It's going for the price of $178. Original price was $298. So we're doing a star fill demonstration. This is one of the things that you will never see a gray or white screen do. And keep in mind, they can do this with the lights on or lights off. The screen is still going to fade. They'll give you the illusion in a dark environment that you're picking up a black level when you're not. You're actually picking up a gray level. So we'll take our lights down just to show you, even with the lights down, that we still have a lot of light in the environment. As you can see, none of our curtains are blocked. We have none of the curtains blocked at all. No black curtains on any of my windows. Plenty of light coming in. You can see objects on the other end, as you should. And I watch demonstrations and I see that, window lights blocked all out, a lot of blackout curtains and stuff. That just shows me that the screen is having a hard time and a well-lit environment. Now, I'm not going to use a gray screen paint mix. I'm going to use a more higher performance screen. So we're going to come over here. We're going to use the Cinema Gray by Elite Screens. And you can see the color of the screen. Usually some of the lighter gray screen mixes, they look like that. And we're going to put that in the center of my screen here. So we're going to step back a minute and show you that even with the lights, this is what color, now any gray screen paint mix or gray projection screen that's trying to do a star field demonstration, it's going to come out looking like this. Not like that, like this. And then we're not in complete darkness. So let me bring my lights up a little bit. Well, not a little bit, bring them all the way up so you can see my switches. Lights all the way up. You don't see me faking anything in the demonstration. And as you can see, we're still able to maintain a star field demonstration where the gray screen can't. All right, so next, let's pull up, let's see. We'll bring up, let me see what we got here. We'll bring up the OLED. OLED has a nice demonstration, contrast demonstration. Now, keep in mind the background of any OLED demonstration is designed to be black, not gray. That's why the image is not coming up properly on the gray screen. Now you see, when it comes to the contrast does not work well, like I said, with gray and white screens. So keep in mind, my screen is gold and it still picks up a better contrast level. So I had we get large bugs in here from time to time. I'm not paying any mind. They're pretty harmless. They won't harm you at all, period. And sometimes they get in the way of the camera every day. So we'll go back. Let me get behind the projector. I'm going to get behind the projector. I keep forgetting to grab my phone. Because that's what I need to grab. I need to grab my phone. Hold on for a minute. I keep forgetting to grab that phone. That way you can see the screen. And you can see the windows. You can see the lighting. You can see where the projector sits. This is how you're supposed to see it. And I'm not going to pull out an app to show you how much light's in the environment. I can show you that by just displaying the whole entire room in one hit. Because my camera's on a bit of a tilt. Been having some problems with this stand. Some fish real quick. They're kind of loud. Now mind, this is on a 1,000 lumen Sony projector. Now this projector was manufactured somewhere around I think 1999. And this projector is so old it does a 4.3 and not a 6.9 or 16.9. You can see how much window light we have sitting around the screen. Just pull the image up with no problem whatsoever, as it should. Like I said, not 1800, 1,000 lumens. So I'm about to say 1600. 1,000 lumens, that's it. You can look at the projector for yourself and check out the model number. Stand off for a minute. Move around a bit. Now as you can see that it's overlapping the screen. You can see it right there on the curtains. And you see we're maintaining a magnificent image. Let me bring my image up a little bit more. There we go, it's better. Like I said, 10 feet back on 1,000 lumens. Now if I just take out the lighting, just the lighting, that's all. We still have a ton of the window light. Now as you can see, it's not completely dark in here, because my windows aren't covered with a kind of black material. So there's plenty of window light pushing through the environment. If you notice, in some demonstrations, the windows are covered in black curtains. There's no light getting in that environment. And this is in a well-lit environment, and you can see the image pull up without a problem. And this is with my basic window light. If you notice, when I turn out my lights, my entire living room is not dark, due to the fact that there's tons of windows in my environment and the place is nice and bright. Now when you watch demonstrations and they turn out the lights and that place is in complete darkness, that means they have all their windows blocked out, as much light as possible. So that means I can maintain, the screen paint can maintain a beautiful screen in either well-lit or non-well-lit environment, even with window light coming through, and you don't have to worry about the screen washing out or fading. And keep in mind, this is being done on a 1,000 lumen projector only. So we're not doing 1,800, we're not doing 1,500, because I have 1,500 right there on the floor, which I can do. We're doing this on 1,000 lumens, that's it. I'm going to take a walk around my screen with my normal lighting. Oops, that's my projector. That might be, I might have stepped on the cable. Yep, I stepped directly right on top of the cable. Just give it a minute. It's going to reset itself. I got to be careful where I step at. There we go. Step directly on my Chromecast. There we go. We're back on. We'll bring it up because we already did this part already. You can see, so are we up? Now Unicolor screens maintain contrast, bright, beautiful colors at the same time, in a well-lit environment, and beyond well-lit environment. Like I said, look at my environment. Fully lit. Not fully lit, but even with the lights out, the room maintains very bright. It's not dark. Let's come over here. back to this one right here again. So I wanted to get that one where she was doing a little dance around. There we go. Different directions. Just want to see the screen at different angles. Go up the stairs. See where the projector sits at. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'd like to thank you all for your time. I'm Kenneth Bird from Luminous 4K Screen Paint. Sign off for this real quick. There we go. Just gonna pause right there for a minute. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'm Kenneth Bird from Luminous 4K Screen Paint using ambient rejection technology gain, or true ambient rejection technology gain, and true contrast. This right here is our Supreme 9, our ambient light rejection screen paint, which we have available on our website. We are having a sale on our 2-quart kits. 2 quarts are going to go for now $178. Alright, so just want to show you, let me show you the back of this projector real quick before I sign off here. This is how old this projector is. So if you want to look it up for yourself, it's around 1,000 lumens. And the projector, over here I give you the model number right there, so you can see for yourself, they're around 1,000 lumens. Like I said, I could have easily used this one at 1,500 lumens on a Panasonic, but I thought it would be a little too easy for the demonstration, so I decided to do something a lot more harder. And I could have placed it anywhere else in the environment, like over there, but I wanted to put it in one of the environments that has the most lighting in my house, which would be the living room area, because we have all the windows here, and as you see, nothing's blocked out, everything's well lit. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.